welcome back. Let's write some more Leetcode today. Today we are solving delete characters to make fancy string. The problem states that a fancy string is just a string where no 3 consecutive characters are equal. Our goal of this problem is just to delete the minimum possible number of characters so that S can qualify it as a fancy string, meaning that if there are any 3 consecutive characters, we must delete a character so it can become a fancy string. Finally, we will return the final string after the minimum possible number of deletions, and we can guarantee that the answer will always be unique based on the problem inputs. So how can we solve this problem? One way we can solve this problem is we can create an empty string, and then we can loop through each character in S. Now we know for a fact that the first 2 characters would be valid because there's no way you make 3 continuous characters with 2 characters. So we can automatically add the first 2 characters. After that, each time we get to a character, we need to check the previous 2 characters. If both of the 2 previous characters are the same as the character that we are on, then we don't add the character. So let's go through the rest of the problem and I'll show you how it works. So now we're on this letter. We check the other 2. We have L, we have E. Only one of the character is the same, so we can add it. Now we get to this E. Both previous characters are E, so we don't add it. And then now we get to T. Well, both are E, so we can add. Now we're at C. The previous character is E and T, so we can add. We are at O. The previous character is T and C, so we can add O. Now we are at D. The previous characters are C and O, so we can add D. And then finally at E, the previous character is O and D, so we can add E. And finally, that would be our result, which is the fancy string. And the fancy string name for this example is called Leetcode. The time complexity of this problem would be linear or O of n, where n is the length of the string S because we have to loop through the entire string. And the space complexity would be O of 1 because even though we need to create this string res, but that is part of the result, so it doesn't count towards the space, so the space is constant. So now let's get to the coding part. So first we'll create an empty string, we'll call it res, and then now we're going to loop through each character in S. Each character will be called C. And for each C, we need to check if the length of the resulting string is greater than or equal to 2. And we need to make sure if it is equal to the previous character and equal to the previous character, or 2 characters prior. And if that is the case, then we just skip it and continue. If that is not the case, then we will add C to the resulting string. And after looping through it all, we can return the result. Let's see if it works. All right. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful to you guys. And if you guys have any other questions, comments, or concerns, feel free to leave it down in the comment section. And I hope to see you all again soon.